as brothers, I think initially it's difficult to understand. Did you have that same feeling of like you weren't sure what was going on at all?
But yeah, I found it quite a struggle just getting to grips with it. But I think the programs that were in place, Simon doing the getting activities together so I could get involved as well, that helped quite a lot, I thought, because it meant I was doing more things with him. But yeah, whenever I was at home, we'd always still do something like go outside, play football, or just play on the PlayStation or do something like that together. But yeah, I found it a struggle to just understand what was going on.
Yeah, I think with me, when it happened with Chris, I was like you a bit. It was very difficult to understand what was going on, because I thought initially I thought he was being silly.
But yeah, I had similar sort of problems, but maybe a bit different. I wasn't very sympathetic, and I didn't really take into account of what Tom was going through, probably.
Yeah, I think
I just wanted it to be back to like how it was normally, and I kind of didn't take into account the ways that he was thinking, and it might not always be. I wasn't like taking into consideration his thoughts. I was just thinking, well, I had my view of it, and I only looked at it that way, or like the view that it should be back to normal, or how it was before anything happened. But
I think we had to adapt quite quickly. You know what we were saying to them.
Yeah.
If you got a mental illness before it's diagnosed as a mental illness, it's not really anything people are going to be sympathetic about. It's just you being strange. I mean, until you get the doctor saying something, no one's going to really think, oh, there's something wrong with you, we've got to be careful, we've got to do these things. It's like someone being stupid or being dyslexic. If they get called dyslexic, it's like this excuse. And so as soon as I got diagnosed, as soon as like I'm crazy enough to be put in hospital, there's kind of sympathy there that wouldn't be there without the diagnosis. So it's, I don't know, it's strange.
I think that's why like family is like so important, because eventually they realise what's wrong with you guys, and that you can't do anything about it. We have to support them as much as possible, because I guess you guys, when it was happening, you didn't know what was going on either, you know.
Yeah.
So we were, in a way, we were both in the same boat.
I found it really hard just to think straight, thoughts.
Yeah. Did you have like rushing ideas? That's what I kind of, they're just going 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I ended up doing things out of like fear, because I get these like just scared ideas in my head.
Yeah, I was seeing things, hearing things, and
I mean, it's hard for any of your family to understand it, because you don't feel you can get them. You just feel you need to do. You're going controlled by like voices in your head, things you're seeing that aren't necessarily real in any way. They're just kind of part of you're developing like this strange way of seeing the world, which when you're entirely detached from what's kind of actually real. But I mean, the thing coming out of it does make you, I don't know, stronger. Sounds a bit cheesy, but it kind of does.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Like, you agree with that?
Yeah, I think you probably have a better understanding
of
yourself really as well.
And you end up with better bonds with your families and brothers, because you've gone through that difficulty. And that's what good relationships, I mean, they're built on. It's kind of going through difficult times and overcoming them. So, yeah.
Yeah, because if it's difficult for you even getting to grips with what's going on, it's impossible for the family to actually know what's going on as well, or have any clue. So I think it's just important for the family to be there and support them.
no matter how like bad a place you're at, just remember that you will get through it, and you will come out a better person. Just remember that.